What's good, TTC, YouTube, Lakers Fan 92. Wearing my Dolphin shit still. Wear it all season long, all off season long. And this video here is about some of the things I read about the Dolphins. Alright, let's start off with our quarterback, our future quarterback, I hope, Ryan Tannehill. Now, I just read a big long article on rotoworld.com. For those of you who don't know about RotoWorld, I highly recommend it. For those who are in fantasy football and who just love football news, it's a great website for all of that. So go check it out. But I read an article. This was like 2 days ago. Actually, my uncle told me about it. Pistol 213's dad told me about it. And I went on to read about it, and it basically is saying, in short, that Ryan Tannehill needs to show the Dolphins organization what he can do this season. Now, I don't know how much I agree with it, because Tannehill was under a tremendous amount of pressure, as it was with the offensive line that we had. I mean, allowing 50, I forgot the number exact, 54, 56 sacks on Ryan Tannehill, I mean, that's just absurd. So, how can you really judge a quarterback when his line is god-awful, number one? Number two, he lost some weapons. I mean, we had Dustin Keller. We had Brandon Gibson. They both went out for the year. Brandon Gibson was having an unbelievable year for the Dolphins. He was actually my favorite receiver on the team. Then he goes down. So, he lost a couple of players. And we managed to go 8-8, started off 3-0. I mean, we'll see what he does this season, this upcoming season. The one thing that I don't like right now about him is the play in our division. The last 2 seasons, we're 4-8 in the division, and that is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, getting swept by the Buffalo Bills this season and even losing 1 game to the Jets, I mean, that's just ridiculous. We had to win all 3 of those games. We had to win. We did beat the Jets once, but we had to beat Buffalo twice, and we had to beat the Jets. I mean, he got shut out fucking 19-0 against the Bills. So, I mean, there are some question marks. Don't get me wrong. There are some question marks when it comes to Ryan Tannehill. However, I still think that he's the future. I still think that you build a line around him, then he'll obviously be a better quarterback. So, he promised more of his athleticism this upcoming season. Now, we all know that he was a wide receiver at Texas A&M for 2 years. So he has the speed and he has the toughness to take hits. And I want to see him roll out of the pocket a little bit more. How about doing some, like, quarterback sweeps or, option plays like Cam Newton? I mean, he has it in him. Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, you see them guys do it all the time. I mean, he's no slowpoke. I mean, he ran like a 4, I forgot, is it 4.3, 4.4 40? I mean, that's pretty fast for a quarterback. So, I mean, we'll see what he does next season. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing is they don't know, as of right now, they don't know what to do with Dion Jordan. He was the first pick of the draft. First round pick of the draft. You don't know what to do with him. Really? Really. They don't know whether they don't know whether to put him at linebacker or put him at defensive end. Now, I say put him at linebacker. Honestly, he would have done a way better job than Philip Wheeler did last year. Philip Wheeler was terrible. Absolutely terrible last year for the Dolphins. Put him at fucking outside linebacker, because honestly, I think he would have done 10 times better than Philip Wheeler did. Even Ellaby didn't really play well this year. I think we took a big loss at linebackers, honestly. Carlos Dansby, I think, was better than both of those guys. So, but as far as Dion Jordan, in my opinion, he has to be on the field every single down. Every single down he has to be on the field, because when we did see him on the field, he was a big playmaker. I mean, you saw him in the game against Cincinnati and some other big games that he had. Don't take away Olivier Vernon at defensive end, because him and Cameron Wake, honestly, were great together. Those two are monsters together at both sides of the D line. So put him at outside linebacker, see what he does. Go out, and one more thing that I want to talk about. Go and sign fucking Brent Grimes. If we lose him, I would be so goddamn pissed about that. Like, seriously. Go get the guys that we need to resign. Brent Grimes, along with a couple other players. And we have, the Dolphins have $30 million under the cap this season. Now, when we resign our players that we need to resign, I don't know how much we'll have left, but we do have some spending money. So I'm looking for them to bring in some players in the offseason. I mean, who that might be, I don't know. Obviously, I want Ben Tate. Honestly, Lamar Miller, can't judge him because of the line, but I don't think he has what it takes, honestly. So, oh, they're walking away. I got 2 laps. But anyway, go out and get Ben Tate. Bring him into the Miami. See what he can do. I like Ben Tate a lot. Lamar Miller, I just don't know. Again, tough to judge with our offensive line that we had this season, but even with our bad offensive line, Daniel Thomas looked better than Lamar Miller. And that's bad. I mean, I don't like Daniel Thomas at all. He runs pretty high. He doesn't hold the ball that well. Just not. I mean, he's a quality running back, maybe on third down, and put him in there for blocking. But as far as the running goes, Lamar Miller and Daniel Thomas is not the answer. I'm sorry, AFC Miami East. I know Lamar Miller is your boy, but I just don't see it. Bring in Ben Tate. Bring in a guy that knows what he's doing. Alright, I don't want to make this video too long. I want to keep it under 8 minutes. So, shout out to all my subscribers. And I just subbed a new Jet fan, Rock. I haven't learned your name completely yet, but he's a Kansas Jayhawk fan. Rock something to the grave or something like that. So go sub him up, check him out. He's a Jets fan. Finally, a real Jets fan coming into the TTC next season. Gods of the Gridiron, I have no idea where you went. You just vanished, so I don't know if you just quit YouTube or what, but finally there's going to be a Jet fan to troll around with, so it should be fun. But I know the next season's a long way away, so like I said, I'm going to just be doing videos like this, such as Dolphin news, articles that I read, keep you guys updated if you guys don't like to read articles on the Dolphins or whatever. But other than that, I'm going to head out, so shout out to all my subscribers. Like I said, Dolphin fans, D1 Shows in AFC Miami East, D Nasty Boy 15. Shout out to you guys. I'm out. Deuce.